Students, how are you? I hope you're fine. Today we're gonna have a new chapter. It's chapter 6. It's about what? Business ownership and operations. So let's start. In section 1, we're gonna talk about business ownership. We have some learning objectives after the lesson. We're gonna know how to describe the different types of business ownership, how to identify the 3 advantages and the 3 disadvantages of each type of ownership, and we have to study this very well. Some keywords that we're gonna face: sole proprietorship, unlimited liability, partnership, corporation, stock, limited liability, franchise, non-profit organization, cooperative. And I have here some photos for the business, some types of business, as you see here. Okay, this is for hair salon, and as you see, okay, so I'm letting you see all of this kinds of business. Okay, and this one. Okay, organizing a business as part of business plan. What do you think? Entrepreneurs must know and must decide which type of business fits their situation. So in the business plan, I should write, and I should know before writing this down, I should know that the kind of business I'm gonna open, and what kind of ownership best fit this situation during the life of a business. Do you think it continue in the same kind of ownership? No, of course not. The form of a business can change usually when a business is growing and growing. So I have some forms of business ownership, like what? Like sole trader. This means proprietorship. I have partnership, corporation, and I have some other forms like non-profit organization, and we're gonna talk about each one here in more details. Don't be afraid. So franchise, cooperative, and so on. So when I talk about the sole proprietorship, can you see this man, the owner here? Business is owned by only one person, and what's he doing here? He's here leading others to do their job, as we see here in this picture. So here, when I say sole proprietorship, this means that owned by just one person, but can employ workers to work with him or her. Small and local businesses, of course, the kind of business is small and local, and especially in the beginning, the owner has to put money in the business himself or herself if they need money, so he has to do so. Simple procedure to start. It's very easy to start the small business, as here sole proprietorship. I have decision is made by the owner only. Okay, his decision. The owner keeps the profit after paying all the costs and tax. This is a good advantage here, that he will take all the profit after paying the taxes for the government and to pay the costs of the product. The business and the owner exist together. Here, unlimited liability. Okay, so I have some advantages for this. Of course we have advantages for this. Easy to start up, as we said. It's very easy to start up a small business as just one owner for the business. Be your own boss. I'm my own boss, nobody will lead me, and this is kind of here advantage to the person who began or starts the business. Some people like to do so by themselves. They like to lead, they like to take the decisions. Can you remember these were the characters of the entrepreneurs? Keep all the profits, and this is very good to maximize all the profits for him, and the purpose of the business is to maximize the profits. Of course, taxes are usually low. Okay, so proprietorship disadvantages. Yes, it has disadvantages. Pay for everything yourself. You have to pay for everything because you're the owner of the business, and just one owner may have to use what? If you don't have money, you can use your personal savings or borrow money from the bank, take a loan. Here you might lack business skills, as you are just one person, so you need more and more skills. And I have here a huge disadvantage, which is what? Unlimited liability. This means what? You are you have the full legal and financial responsibility. You have this financial responsibility for your company's debts, so you have to pay and you have to concentrate, because this is very important not to get in jail. Okay, so let's have the second type, and this is very easy also: partnership. Okay, when I talk about partnership, this means that owned by at least two people. The owners share responsibilities and profits. Of course, I'm the owner and you are also the owner, so we're gonna share what the responsibilities and the profits too. They share their expertise in the business. Okay, this is advantage here, because we are sharing ideas, we are sharing our expertise in the business. Decision making is shared as well, of course, so the decision is between me and you. People usually draw up a deal of partnership. The owners are personally responsible for any debts. So the owners here, unlimited, we have here liability. So the owners here are responsible for the debts of the entity. I have here advantages. We have, yes, some advantages for the partnership. I have here may only need a license to start. So we need only a license to start. Each partner what can add money to start up. Of course, we have here each one will have to start with certain money, and this will be easier for both of us. Banks are more willing to lend money if we are more than one person in the business. Okay, to partnerships, then the sole proprietorships. Each partner brings different skills, and this is very good advantage for the partnership. We have some disadvantages here also, yes, of course. You share not only the risks but profits too. So when I share the profit with you, this means that I'm going to minimize my profit, pay taxes on your personal profits. So I will pay taxes here for the profits. Might not get along with your partners. You may have quarrels, you may have different ideas with your partner, and you share unlimited legal and financial liability also with your partners. Let's have the third kind of business ownership: corporation. What corporation? What does it mean? Corporation must have a board of directors who control the corporation. So we have here board of directors who control the corporation. Let's see the advantages and the disadvantages of corporation. Okay, so I have here, I want to explain this before we go talk about the advantages and the disadvantages. So this is owned by what? The stockholders. People who have stockholders, yeah, people who have invested in the company usually have here place at the end of their name, similar to private limited company. However,